Let's start with a really powerful image, one I'm sure you can picture. A single bison just standing its ground against a ferocious storm. Today, we're going to dig into what this incredible image can teach us about facing our own storms in life. You've probably heard this before, right? It's this amazing piece of folklore. It's become a symbol for courage, for resilience, for just not backing down when things get tough. But here's the question we have to ask. Is it, actually true? Does a bison really just charge headfirst into a blizzard? It's time to separate the powerful myth from the reality. Okay, so let's get into it. What do these magnificent animals really do when the skies turn dark and a storm starts rolling in? So, here's where the nuance comes in, and it's fascinating. The myth paints this picture of a heroic charge, like they're looking for a fight. But the reality? It's actually much smarter. It's a strategic move. They instinctively turn to face the storm, not to attack it, but to get through it as efficiently as possible. So why do they do this? Well, it all comes down to brilliant survival instinct. Their massive heads literally act like snowplows, clearing a path so they can find food. And by facing the wind head-on, they actually get through the bad weather faster. So the key takeaway here is that it's not about seeking out a struggle, it's about choosing the most efficient way to endure it. And that brings us to the real heart of the matter. Even if the story isn't literally true in the way we imagine, why does this metaphor still have such a powerful grip on us? I mean, really think about that for a second. The whole idea of running towards a problem feels so unnatural, but this story just clicks with us on a deep level. So what's going on there? Well, the answer lies in something I think every single one of us has felt, the anxiety of avoidance. You know the feeling. It's when you put off that tough phone call or you delay making a big decision. You get this little moment of relief, but then it's replaced by this low-grade stress that just hangs around, making the problem seem even bigger than it was before. This leads us to a really powerful concept from psychology, this idea of the confrontation cycle. So it starts when you finally decide to face that thing you're afraid of. And yeah, step two, you're going to feel some discomfort. Your anxiety might even shoot up for a bit. But here's the magic part. It peaks, and then it starts to fade. Every time you do this, you're building up your confidence, your resilience. It's like you're recalibrating your entire system to handle stress better. So we've touched on the science and the psychology. But there's another way to look at all this. Let's shift gears and get a bit more reflective on this idea of finding actual meaning in the struggle itself. And this is where we get to Papa's take. It's a perspective that sees a challenge not just as something to get through, but as a place to find meaning. The idea is simple, but so true. Running from your problems just makes them worse. It reminds me of ignoring a blinking warning light on a control panel. Sure, it's quiet for a minute, but you're just letting the pressure build until you've got a much bigger crisis on your hands. There's this great quote, it's often linked to Sigmund Freud, that says, "One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will seem the most beautiful." Now, whether he said it or not, that idea is absolutely true. Just think about your own life. What are the moments that have truly shaped you? It's probably not the easy breezy days. It's that tough project at work that pushed you to your absolute limit. It's those exhausting, chaotic, but beautiful years of raising kids. It's the sheer discipline it takes to build a new habit or a new company. That's where the meaning is forged. And if you look at it from an engineering or a management standpoint, it just makes perfect sense. In any complex system, whether it's a machine, a business, or a team, if you ignore the stress indicators, you are heading for a catastrophic failure. It's inevitable. Well, our personal lives work on the exact same principle. Those challenges are signals, telling us something needs attention. Facing them is how we keep the whole system strong. All right, so how do we actually use this in our own lives? Let's boil it all down to some real, actionable takeaways and focus on this idea of choosing your storms. Okay, here we go. First, just identify it. What are you avoiding? What's that one thing you keep putting off? Second, reframe that feeling of discomfort. Don't see it as a stop sign. See it as the entry fee for long-term growth. Third, just take the first step. You don't have to solve the whole thing today. Just start. And finally, and this is so important, choose your storms. Not every battle needs to be fought. Focus your precious energy on the challenges that are actually aligned with your values, the ones that are going to make you a better version of yourself. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. When you look at your life, your work, your family, your goals, what storm out there is actually worth facing for you?